Despite its rocky and sometimes rugged geography, Peru is one of the world's great centers of ancient civilizations. The sun-worshipping Incas were the last and best known of a long line of highly developed societies that flourished thousands of years before Europeans arrived. Their history intrigues tourists and archaeologists alike. In addition to the impressive archaeological remains of the sacred Valley of the Incas and the famous city of Machu Picchu, Peru is home to Cusco, the historic capital of the Inca Empire and the place most visitors want to see. Cusco is a marvel of Incan and colonial architecture that stands more than 3,300 meters above sea level. Indigenous vendors communicate in Spanish with visitors and in Quechua among themselves. In the cathedral, a painting depicts Christ and his apostles eating Andean cheese, hot chili peppers, and roasted guinea pig. Cusco was home to some 15,000 aristocrats, priests, and servants when Francisco Pizarro and his men arrived nearly 5 centuries ago. The Plaza de Armas, one of the most beautiful colonial plazas in Latin America, was not only the precise center of the Inca Empire known as the Four Quarters of the Earth, but it was also twice the size it is now. According to some, the piece that now remains was a portion of the Plaza of War, which had a stone covered with sheets of gold where offerings were given before military engagements. The most beautiful sight of the plaza is after dark. However, while the exterior of Cusco's majestic cathedral is best photographed at night, the interior can only be seen during the day. The cathedral, with its altar made entirely of silver, combines Spanish Baroque style with Inca masonry and was built on the site of the palace of the Inca Qorikancha. The Qorikancha Site Museum is a small museum with 5 rooms where the history of the ancestors who lived in these lands is explained in an educational way, with pre-Inca, Inca and colonial pieces, mostly from the excavations carried out in the Qorikancha. It presents a model of what the Qorikancha could have been like and exhibits fragments and pottery from the Inca period, as well as samples of textiles, painting, musical instruments, and so on. The Museum of Pre-Columbian Art, formerly the Amarucata, is the school of the Incas, built almost 2 centuries ago. In 1550, the Spanish conquerors, skilled in superimposing their culture and religion on the foundations of others, converted it into a house of religious retreat and later into the monastery of Santa Clara. Before leaving Cusco to explore the surrounding area, stop by the small, private, and family-friendly Planetarium Cusco. You'll get a great view of the southern night sky, including Jupiter and its 4 massive moons, as well as an interpretation of Incan astronomy. The Sacred Valley, home of the last Incas, is home to the imposing fortifications of Sacsayhuamán and Ollantaytambo, as well as the vibrant Sunday market of Pisac. The Sacred Valley is a great area to visit, the weather is good, the people are friendly, the agricultural terraces are amazing, and there are plenty of small, cozy hostels where you can stay overnight. Pisac is a fantastic place for touring the Sacred Valley. It's a welcoming community noted for its excellent fishing, bustling Sunday market, and ruins above the town. This ancient fortress town is distinguished by steep terraces and spectacular architecture, as well as ceremonial baths fed by aqueducts and one of the largest known Incan tombs. West of Pisac lies the massive fortress of Ollantaytambo. Visitors arrive at a beautiful and sophisticated walled structure that includes 7 pink granite monoliths that confuse experts, who claim the stone is not quarried in the valley. A steep slope leads up to the so-called Temple of the Sun, an incomplete structure set against a wall of massive stones. Chinchero was a favorite spot of Tupac Yupanqui, who erected a palace and planted agricultural terraces here near the mouth of the Vilcanota River. The sight of the snow-capped mountains and the river below may have attracted Inca monarchs to Chinchero. If you come here for the Sunday market, you will find that locals use it as much for socializing as for buying goods. Moray is located 3,500 meters above sea level on a high-altitude plateau northwest of Cusco. Areas of green squared agricultural fields surround this mind-blowing scene, with snow-capped peaks in the background. Moray is made up of 3 sets of circular terraces that slope 150 meters from highest to lowest. The imposing fortress of Sacsayhuamán, a spectacular display of Inca construction skills, still stands above Cusco, within easy reach for anyone prepared to endure the height. This military structure is made of huge stones weighing up to 17,000 kilos and has a double wall in a zigzag configuration. Qenqo is an Inca temple with a circular amphitheater and a 5-meter stone block supposedly symbolizing a puma. This ceremonial complex, dedicated to the cult of Mother Earth, Pachamama, features water channels carved into solid rock and an underground chamber. Puka Pukara, a minor fortification further along the route to Pisac, is said to have protected the path to the sacred valley of the Incas. This pink stone building, like Machu Picchu, contains hillside terraces, staircases, tunnels, and towers. Tambomachay, sacred bathing place of Inca kings and royal women. Its aqueduct system, a marvel of hydraulic engineering, still feeds crystal clear water to a series of showers where water rites were originally performed. Follow the path along the river for about 40 kilometers and you'll reach Urubamba. The temperature is milder than in Cusco, it is closer to Machu Picchu and serves as a suitable base for exploring other attractions. This highland Inca sanctuary, which was hidden from the rest of the world until 1911, is spectacular in every way. The massive Inca fortress of Machu Picchu keeps all the promises. It is the most famous archaeological site in South America and a must-see for all travelers to Peru. This magnificent historic city was never exposed to Spanish settlers and was almost forgotten until the early 20th century. Cusco and the Sacred Valley of Peru is an Andean landscape filled with communities, high-altitude hamlets, and ruins connected by roads and trains to the most popular attraction, Machu Picchu. Visitors to the Inca capital get a glimpse of South America's richest heritage. Part of that Peruvian heritage is food, and the options are astonishing in this capital of Latin American cuisine. A trip to Cusco and the neighboring ruins transports you back to the cosmic world of the Incas, which has been dismembered and fused with the colonial stamp of the Spanish invasion, only to be redesigned as a bustling tourist destination.